He is one of the better players in the area. Both of these players are. They're the veterans now. And they both perform well at the bigger level. And you can tell that Chucky means serious business. If you notice, he is wearing his sunglasses on his shirt. And if I gotta tell you one thing, it's a person who does that means serious business. But yeah, Jace the Faithful, if you would, that would be fantastic. I am very curious as to know what happened in that match, as I didn't get to actually see it. And this is not round 5, everybody. This is top 8. All caps top. Oh, messed it up a little bit. Now it's not pretty. Gotta... There you go. Alright, they're gonna roll, and Cody gets a 6. Let's see if Chucky can beat that 6 with his big ol' 12. I guess he got there. So it looks like Chucky will be on the play. And he's going to give Cody's deck a quick shuffle, I believe. Unless that's his own. I think he's playing in Fuchsia, though. Yeah. Right, he's going to draw 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to begin this game with Chucky being on the play. I think Chucky's life total is going to change a lot more than Cody's, and Cody has 2 lands and 5 spells, I believe. That is a really good hand. It might be 3 lands, 4 spells, one of which is a Goblin Guide. Chucky is looking at Island hand, and I can't tell what else. Oh, he has Flood Strand. Alright, so he's going to let that happen, and Cody's going to Bloodstained Mire. He might just eat 3, going to 17, because he is playing against control. I don't think he has to worry about his life total too much. Some, but not as much as the others. So he's going to grab a Blood Crypt here, and he might Lava Spike, Bump in the Night, anything really. Or, honestly, he's going to probably play Goblin Guide or Monastery Swiftspear. That's the one that makes sense. I'm Kenny Hughes. If you want, you can add me on Facebook. My last name is Hughes. Kenny Hughes. Yeah, I guess I never say my name. I always just refer to myself as Hometown Hobbies, since that's the name of the Twitch channel. Yeah, that had to be tough for him. That deck, like Ghostly Prison against Twin, is pretty brutal. So he is going to fetch in response to the Goblin Guide, and he will probably bolt after the trigger, if I had to guess. Yep, it's White Border Lightning Bolt. So trigger and Snapcaster, which is a very good card, and a bolt is probably going to come down for Chucky. Conserve his life total a little bit. He's going to untap, draw that Snapcaster, which there are way worse things to draw in this world than a Snapcaster Mage with a Lightning Bolt in the graveyard. He's going to play an Island for turn, I believe. Unless it's another Flooded Strand, he might play the Strand, but I assume it's going to just be the Island. That way he gets to hold up Salamgar's Scorn as a possibility. This is a really awkward thing, because I think he wants to get the most out of his mana base, and he plays Mutavault. That's probably to activate the Scorn on the next turn. I'm still surprised they didn't play the Island, but Chucky knows his deck better than I do, so there is probably a reason. So we're going to see Cody go to 16. He's going to get his Sign Mountain. Just in case, I will say it in the chat. But yeah, so easy way to remember my name is, oh my god, they killed Kenny, and I have heard that about 1 trillion times, so I do not mind. I started school roughly when South Park, it was a little bit like a year before, or 2 years before South Park became a TV show, so. Electrolyze is going to wipe out the Confidant and deal 1 to Cody, putting him down to 15 life. And getting rid of Confidant and drawing a card. Electrolyze is a pretty brutal card when it actually gets to do multiple things like that. And if it ever gets 2 creatures, it's just game blouses. Let's see, Swiftspear come down and attack for 1. That might be all. I don't know. Yeah, it's just going to be 1. So Chucky's going to go to 16 life. Cody stays at 14. Now Chucky has the ability to Salamgar's Scorn and activate the Mutavault. and actually block with said Mutavault, as long as he plays an untapped land. He did draw it looks like he has a Celestial Colonnade, a Hallowed Fountain, and a Sacred Foundry. He's going to play an untapped Hallowed Fountain going down to 14 life. That leaves Cryptic Command mana up. And what Cody will probably also recognize is that it also leaves up Mutavault Activate, block Slumgar Scorn mana. So I doubt he will block with the Mutavault because one spell just kills his Mutavault, and that doesn't really do much other than he loses a land and makes it to where he can't do other spells. Granted, it is a colorless mana source, but still I think it's more important to keep that. Thank you to everybody watching. Tomorrow I'm sure we'll do another giveaway, so make sure you want to tune in tomorrow around noon. So we have a special giveaway. The DVD Dukes of Hazzard. Alright, well, that is a special giveaway. The attack for 3 is going to put Chucky to 11 and reveal a Path to Exile on top. Actually, it's just going to be attacking. That's just the trigger from the Goblin Guide. So we're going to see if anything comes of that. He's going to tap 2 to anticipate, I believe. No Snapcaster. Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt the... That's a tough choice for him, I think. Oh yeah, you can just wipe out both. I guess you can just go ahead and bolt them Swift Spear now, make Cody play spells, and then decide to block. And it looks like that's basically what happened. I think Cody has land, and Skullcrack in hand. So, Chucky is looking to stabilize here, and he might have done it. He is at a very comfortable 14 life. He's going to activate Mutavault and swing in. He's going to start the beats himself. Cody dropping down to 12, and Chucky came in like a wrecking ball. End of turn, Cody's going to take 1 down to 11 to grab a Sacred Foundry tapped with his fetch land. If you like what you hear, being the commentary, and like what you see being the gameplay footage, please follow us on Twitch and like us on Facebook. The Facebook page, I will comment in the chat so you can see it, but it is real easy to find. We are the Hometown Hobbies on Facebook. So if you go to www.facebook.com/Hometown Hobbies, we are the Hometown Hobbies on Facebook. So if you're paying attention to the chat, I just now said it in the chat as well. So be sure to like us on Facebook and hopefully follow us on here too. Cody has Shard Volley, Skullcrack, and I want to say a Gitu encampment, but I think it's just his signed mountains. And a 2 attack from Mutavault is going to eat a Shard Volley. Chucky's like, that's absolutely fine. Well, maybe not. Hey, he's reaching for his hand. Yeah, he's like, yeah, whatever. He's going to, I think, play land in main phase 2. I don't think he has yet. We will find out in a second. You went first, so assuming neither of them have missed a land drop. What did he play last turn? He Snapcaster, Lightning Bolted, and attacked. So yeah, he can play a fetch. He goes ahead and cracks it, going down to 13. He might just grab a basic island. That way he has, actually he has Cryptic represented either way, but I think it's just better to grab the islands and the mountains than it is to have the plains. Once you have 2 plains, you're pretty much set. You can Snapcaster, Lightning Helix, or play a Wrath or a Supreme Verdict. And he plays a Thunderbreak Regent. Doesn't even hold the Cryptic. I respect it. He's putting some damage out there, and Confidant is the card that Cody draws. Excuse me. Confidant's going to come down for Cody. Chucky's going to untap and draw, and it looks like he's going to get in there with the Thunderbreak Regent, knocking Cody down to 7. He's going to follow it up with a second Thunderbreak Regent, I believe. Or he might just hold the Cryptic up, actually. At this point, he does have Cryptic. Oh, yeah. That's also good. I think it's okay to maybe let him flip the... no, geez, that's really rough. It's almost like you want to make him lose some life. Almost. But that should be the ball game. I can't imagine that Cody can get 13 points of damage off the top of his deck, or 10 more anyways. He has a skull crack. So yeah, he's going to concede to the 8 damage worth of flyers in the air. And Chucky gets the first one with his Jeskai Dragon concoction that he made himself. And it is definitely a homebrew, which is always what you like to see happen with a homebrew, is perform as well as it is here. And I guarantee Cody will be on the play. He's looking at Dragon's Claws. I don't think that those are necessary, really. I think those are more just for the base mono red deck. Or like the Atarka red, Naya red, Mardu red, etc. The red cards that Chucky plays, I guess he does play a decent amount, but the life gain isn't as important in this match, I don't feel. You'll gain 1 for a Lightning Bolt, for Electrolyze, for Thunderbreak Regent, maybe Lightning Helix, and that might be it. Thundermaw / Storm Breath if he plays them. Actually, Chucky did send me his list earlier through a text, so if I can pull that up, I'll be able to tell you all what he's playing roughly. So Chucky, if this is the same list that he is playing, he does have a Thundermaw Hellkite. He has some Thunder Breaks, Lightning Bolt, Helix, Electrolyze. He does have a Supreme Verdict, so him having 2 white was done, 2 Cryptics. He has a couple Wear Tears on the board. He has Core Firewalkers that are 100% coming in. Negate should be coming in. Celestial Purge should be coming in. Spellskite should be coming in. And it looks like he might not actually be playing the Thundermaw. I think he cut it from the original list for Anticipates based on the next text message. So he might not have the Thundermaw anymore. It might be a different card in his board, etc. But yeah, Chucky gets the first one with Jeskai Dragon. So I'm going to re-put this up there. As right now we're going to game 2 of the top 8 match, and Chucky won the first one, so Cody will be on the play. Chucky will be on the draw, and that's okay with Chucky probably, as long as a Goblin Guy doesn't flip a land. Even if so, it's not a big deal, but he'd much rather not have to land and possibly Bolt or Path on turn 1 compared to fetch land to get a tap shock land. You generally want to conserve your life total as much as possible when you are playing control decks like this, especially against, well, obvious, it should be pretty obvious, but especially against the mono red type decks. Granted, it's Mardu, it plays Bump in the Nights, Boros Charms, those kind of burn spells, Dark Confidant for card advantage. But even against decks like that need a couple turns to set up and get their mana available as steadily as you, you still want to conserve your life total as much as possible. So generally, you don't even want to crack your fetches until you absolutely have to, unless you have like a, well, in this format you won't see it, but like a Dig Through Time or something like that, to where you need to put lands in the grave, a Tassiger. But I don't think Chucky has any Delve cards, so we shouldn't be seeing any of that. So, going to see, once again, Cody on the play. And game 1 didn't seem to go too much his way. He had a really strong opening hand, just Charles was able to stabilize a little bit, and because of that, you know, all control needs to do is stabilize for a turn, and that's pretty much it. Ooh, you like that card. He said, I'll put that one on top, please. Does a couple shuffles. Cody's going to take his time to shuffle, and Chucky shuffles Cody's, and we're going to see this game 2 start momentarily. Both players are going to pull out their 7 and see what it looks like. Cody draws a 1-land hand with a lot of 1-mana burn spells. Looks like a Bolt, 2 Lava Spikes, Skull Crack, Eidolon of the Great Revel, and another Skull Crack to Charles. He has a Mutavault, a Hallowed Fountain, and a Celestial Colonnade. And that's it. All I can see are 3 lands, and it looks like that's good enough. And Cody's going to take 2 to deal 3. We're going to start off 18 to 17 in favor of Mardu Burn against this Jeskai Dragon.